Michigan Congressman Dave Camp is set to retire in November, but he's trying to pull off one final mission to get his colleagues to reform the nation's tax code. ABC 12's Washington correspondent Jacqueline Policastro explains. The story is all new at 6.
Congressman Dave Camp says tax reform is all about the American dream. So he's basically on a PR campaign. Using this pamphlet, he's lobbying other members of Congress, trying to get his ideas to become law. But the congressman is running out of time. More than 3 years of work and more than 30 hearings later, Congressman Dave Camp's message is practiced.
Do we want to have a growing economy? Do we want to have more jobs? Do we want to have higher wages? Tax reform is one of the things we can do to get us there.
It's a big sell, so Camp says he calls his colleagues, meeting with other members of Congress one-on-one to go over the bill in detail. He even has a slideshow.
Fixing our broken tax code is the right thing to do.
And an hour-long summary presentation.
We're the only nation in the world with temporary tax policy on major tax provisions, so I'd like to see them permanent.
When Camp hits up members of Congress, he tells me his pitch is simpler, fairer, flatter. Camp wants to take away some of the tax goodies in exchange for lower rates. So what does it mean for you?
95% of people will not itemize because we've increased the standard deduction, so they'll be able to fill out the 2-page 1040. So they won't have this lots of record keeping, long time to compute their taxes.
Camp's legislation has a seriously tough fight in Congress, but he's persistent. The congressman might be retiring, but he says the idea of tax reform isn't.
I'm not going to give up until, it's my last day. So I'm 110% trying to make sure this happens.
Congressman Camp says he hopes you'll see his changes by the time you file your taxes next year. But of course, that all depends on whether or not his PR campaign actually works. Reporting inside the Capitol, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.